Boom! This bitch is love Costa. All in a moment, fucking with them old boys. You gon' get fucked over. Right reason, this is this outside. Na 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 na. Let's do it all for Costa. You boys are making no noise. Boom! Motherfuckers. Good morning. It's me, Renaldo Konstantinos Zaimi Dreka, for another one. This one, and that one, and the next one, and the other one. It's all about mixing, ladies and gentlemen. I have repeatedly told you about how to mix. No, about how I mix, right? Because everybody has their own styles, right? And I don't claim to be a great mixing engineer, but I am an awesome mixing engineer. You know, I get the pass. And to tell you the truth, I believe that it's even mixing, it's about timing. You know what I mean? If, for example, I have, let's say, 6 months. No, I gave too much. Let's say 3 months, right? No, I gave too much. Let's say 1 month. Okay, great. 1 month to mix an album, right? 10 songs. 1 month of mixing, right? 1 month. Of course, the mixing will be like way better, you know? But at this day and age, and in my current situation, I have to also put in the time, right? So nowadays, we all love perfection, right? Especially like the mixing in my first album, Costantino. Some of these songs, they were like mixed perfectly, even though I didn't know how to mix back then. And I didn't have the experience, but I had the time and I was giving the effort to the song. Effort, time, repetition again and again, again, again. So everything got very tightly, right? But because we do not have the time, right, in our lives, because the clock is ticking, you have to sacrifice that perfection so that you can do the reps, you know what I mean? And at the same time, you can gain the experience, right? So you have to find a good threshold, a good balance between the, okay, this song is ready, okay, not perfect, but ready, and we send it to the mastering stage. Now, this one is song number 162, which is called Frappe. Right now I'm drinking Greek coffee. Frappe is also Greek coffee, sweet with milk. Whenever you are in Greece, right, you will always order, I want a frappe sweet with milk, please. It's an awesome coffee, right? And I used to drink it when I was like a young teenager in the cafeterias here in Alexandria, where I used to philosophize and debate other teenagers, right? Other Greek indigenous teenagers. I was like a young Aristotle. So, I was always winning the debates. That's why they were getting angry at me. Why is he winning every debate? No, Socrates, right? Socrates, you're the smartest man in Athens, right? So, let's start. Where should we start, ladies and gentlemen? Here is the session, right? Logic Pro session. Simple stuff, nothing crazy, right? Let's start kick bass from the hook. I've been that man all life. You know, as I always have said, and throughout this whole series of videos, you will see a lot of repetition. Like everything will be kind of like repetitive in a way. So because I want you to know that my whole style and my whole philosophy is that I do not chase, especially when it comes to mixing. I do not chase after this whole new style and new age of. Uh, there is someone out, and he's like, "Meti dunduka, malakas." I do not chase after the fancy, the new plugin from this new thing, the new other plugin from this new other company, and all that. So I have picked like 2-3 companies. That's it. Whenever I want the reverb, this is the exact same reverb I use. I just change the settings. Whenever I want a compressor, this is the exact same compressor I use. I just change the settings, EQ, etc., etc., etc. Now somebody might say, "Oh yeah, but Renaldo, what about this certain EQ that it's an emulation of this other famous hardware, right?" And I'd rather not have that emulation and focus more on how to make the most out of the EQ that I use right now, right? Which I strongly believe that it's a great EQ. Rather than chase after emulation, after emulation, after emulation, and flood my mind with whatever, right? So, yeah, let's start. Kick. It has a clipper. It clips just a little bit. Sometimes I don't know why do I throw it. Pro C3, Op L. Right. Saturation, of course. Saturation is all smooth amp. Ooh. Señor. What is this? You see, it's kind of flat. Boom. Worm tape. I changed a little bit. So it's all about your ears, right? And how cleaning up a little bit. It's all about your ears, you know what I mean? Sub. It's not actually sub, it's like the bass, but I have like here on sub. And this is the slap. Yeah. EQ, you know what I mean? Pro C3 just to like compress it. I was about to say just to flatten it, right? But the saturation is more about that flattening kind of thing, or like a limiter of just the low end, right? Kind of like I usually use this Pro MB more like to squash, to put it down in a way. And again, because ample bass, like the J that I use, it's like too sabby, you know what I mean? Like it's too bassy. And I would guess like it's kind of cool, right? Because you want it, you'd rather have too much bass from the plugin that it's about bass, right? Rather than have like too little and try like to EQ it. Right now we are EQ dumping it. Dent. You know, classic stuff, not crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Smooth, clean it up. And I have like this upper bass right here. What is this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you love that, right? How fat it is, right? Clean. Just a little bit of compression. EQ. Even right, this right area right here. Wow. You see, it comes up so much. Pro MB for the sub, right? To control the sub. EQ again. So it has the parallel. Versatile. Why did I use versatile? I don't know, because I wait, I'm gonna tell you, wait. So now with and again, like just the sub, bass sub, I'm sorry. So why do I use like different styles and different elements, even though it is repetitive in a way, that my whole process, it's not actually that repetitive, because whenever like I try like to mix a new song, or like whenever like I try to make a new beat, I always like try like to change stuff, just because, you know what I mean. I try to change. I try to find like certain elements that I usually do not use, right? For example, right here, it's not about like the bass, but with a versatile that I used before, right? So I go after everything, right? And I try to listen and whatever is happening, right? And I try like to find something that I haven't used, and that's called experimentation, right? And I just play. If it comes out good, okay. If it doesn't come out, the next song, I'm not gonna use it. You know what I mean? But I think that it's like chess. You know what I mean? I don't want to make it like the whole mixing style stuff, like the mastering engineers they do. Like, oh man, mastering is a philosophy that they think that they are from Tibet or something. But it's like chess, you know what I mean? Like, for example, if you make a move, it's not that the move is bad, right? But you have to adjust. So whenever like I start mixing and I make like something like different, like for example here the versatile, and I listen to it, that it has given a certain flavor to the thing. Excuse-moi. Then I try to mix the new elements, right, according to what I did before. You know what I mean? So if it is versatile and it's like it has like a certain flavor and gives like a certain vibe to the whole track, then I try like to match that vibe, and then I try to match again and again and again and again, and then I try to bring everything kind of like together and make it like more so, and then I try like to solo this, solo that, mute this, mute that, etc., etc., and I try to do it as fast as possible, without overthinking it, right? But at the same time keeping the quality without like doing like just like stupid work, you know what I mean, just to do it, right? Because at the same time I think that all these songs, right, they're kind of like my school in a way, just before I go like to Los Angeles in big studios, you know what I mean? So that's how I'm starting like to see this whole process. It's more like a learning process at the same time, while making money, while making like songs, like, and releasing songs, but not having that perfectionist kind of idea that I used to have like in the first album, right? That it has like to become perfect. I don't want like people like to say nothing bad about it. BS, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very, very wrong strategy, very wrong mindset. And you live and you learn, right? That's why you need like to release your songs. It's better like to make 300 songs, right, and to release them, rather than make like 3 songs that you think like they are great. Yes, maybe they have like their greatness in a certain way, but you'd rather do that. And I also believe the thing that divide divide your eras. You know what I mean? We're talking about the new age right here, and we're talking about getting out of poverty. You know what I mean? Getting out of poverty, and how do we do that? We do that in our from our bedrooms. You know what I mean? Like we escape poverty from our bedroom studios. We get into the industry. We penetrate the industry from our bedroom studio. So, and if you do everything by yourself, right? You have like to divide your eras. You know, like there is one era where there was like this certain album and it was perfection and boom. Then there is another era where you didn't give like so much work on the beats and you just boom, 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 make the songs fast. Then you slow down a little bit and you find out that okay, now let's give that quality on the beat, but at the same time give quality on the mixing, right? And try to combine those two eras before, right? The perfection song with the fast, right? With Fast and Furious, and do this, do these eras in a new era, right? And work on it and work on it and do it as fast as possible. And at the same time, now I'm very early right now because um, this new style, this new era that I have right here, it's like it's the 100 songs, right? That I have said to myself, the 100 songs. Um, and right now I'm in the sixth. I released 5, right? In that same, and this sixth one, not this one that I'm like talking to you about right now, but the sixth one. Um, it's the instrumentation is not that crazy, right? Like this one, the Frappe. Frappe has like a great instrumentation, um, but when I find out that the instrumentation is like so big, like here in Frappe, with all these guitars and everything, then when it comes to mixing, I try to like get fatigued a little bit, you know, like I'm like, oh man, like there are so many instruments right now, why did I put all these instruments, right? So I tried now in the sixth song, right, um to not make it like so bombastic, you know, in the instrumentation, and I will find out right now after like I make the video, because I'm gonna like mix it, how I'm going like to feel. So what I'm trying to say, ladies and gentlemen, is that I'm trying like to find the balance of the great quality of a song, right? To be a Ronaldo Jaime type of song, not just like a pop, stupid hip hop rap, whatever, trap, whatever, like generic beat. You know what I mean? A lazy ass beat, but something. The lazy ass beat, I used to do that in 2024 after like the Costantino era. But now I wanna like, as I said, I wanna combine the Costantino instrumentation, like great instrumentation, bombastic, not like so bombastic, but fantastic. Bubbles bursting, but I'm trusting you. Hey, God only you. I pray for peace of mind. People blinded by lights. Yeah, my aura so high, they are not even able to deny. Oh, baby, dancing the rhythm of my MP3 player. MP3 player, go and listen to it. So, as I said, right? I lost my train of thoughts. So, as I said, it's all about combination and it's all about adjusting, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about adjusting to your journey. You know, all you can do is like be better than you used to be in your previous era. You know what I mean? And combine your eras, right? That's what I believe. So that you get the best possible thing that you can do, right? I'm the highest in the room. You know how Travis Scott says with his Oakley. I'm the highest in the room, and his Barcelona t-shirt. Hope I make it out of here. You have to become the highest in the room, the highest in the bedroom studio that you are, in order to make it out of poverty. God forbid if you are like in that place, the poverty, right? In the poverty line. And you don't need too many fancy stuff, ladies and gentlemen. You need 2-3 good pieces of hardware, decent pieces of hardware, and that's it. You can make a studio these days, like, I don't know, like with how much, and you don't, and they will give you like a 10-year kind of thing, like, right? So I didn't know. I have also like a video, the gear that I use right now. I didn't know when I get like into, in the beginning I was like using like wrong stuff. Like I was buying like overpriced headphones or shit like that. I was like making like I was creating Hackintosh. Nowadays Apple has like very affordable like pieces of gear, right? My what you call it, my sound card was a good sound card, right? But if I had like stopped, I could have bought like a better like sound card. You know what I mean? Like and still have that sound card, the RME, right? So in a way, I invested a little bit wrong in the beginning because I went like through entry level stuff, and now like they sit like on the other room and they do nothing, right? Because whatever. But yeah, it's all about experience. It's all about the confidence, and I know secrets of the universe. I know all about the confidence, and I know all about the confidence, baby. Nothing crazy. Okay. Um. Here is the reverb, the Pro R2. Simple stuff. Don't be like don't go crazy with how it looks, right? So FabFilter, what they do is like they try to, they try they have accomplished it. They make like um great products, and in the beginning when you see their VSTs, right, they look like, oh, they are like crazy and I cannot like do stuff because now you see all these EQs right here and all that. But that is nothing fancy because in the beginning you will start like with default, everything will be default, right? So you will send your snare right here, and little by little you will start to adjust it, right? The distance, the thickness of it, character, pre-delay, brightness, width, whatever, and then little by little you will go here in the decay EQ and you will listen to it, how it behaves, like the reverb, right? And then you will EQ it, right? Boom, 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 and you will do whatever like you want of it, and then you will readjust it. You know what I mean? And you will play with it. Don't be crazy. Like, also it has like a lot of whatever, but and the why I love this EQ, certainly it is because I can also throw IRLs right here, and I have a couple of IRLs, but nowadays like I stopped like throwing them because I started like to make my own, like from scratch, right? But you can throw IRLs of famous like reverbs, and it does an emulation of, let's say, like, I don't know, like with Gemini, the AI. When I asked the Gemini, it said like it goes close to 90% of emulation. So 90%, man, like, right? Why do you need like the real plugin or like the real thing if you can go 90% close to that IRL that it emulates? So it's an amazing, and imagine what they are going to do with R3, R4. But yeah, as I said, and you adjust it here and you change like the spaces, like it has like a very great, like, and the decay rate right here. That's the thing that a lot of people they miss, right? You can adjust the decay rate also. But yeah, So the drums, nothing crazy, right? The same thing. Again, versatile, right? Saturation on the drums. Also, the saturation is like, if you see here on the low, okay, I change it, right? Here it has like heavy saturation, and the drive, it's different. The subtle tape, it's different on the upper. And it's on 77, the mix. I usually go very high with a mix. Other people might be like, oh, on 20 or like 10 or 5 or whatever. Like, the keys, EQ, because we are like timing, right? The time. So EQ, you can hear them. Again, you see like crazy stuff right here. Whatever the ear decides, right? And also, I threw in like compressor. I compressed it. I don't know why. To me, it kind of like sounded like as I said, like it flattens it. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's because like it compresses the loud parts, right? So the chords, the crazy chords. Wow, 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 wow. Now, don't read right here what it says. The guitars and whatever, they are not guitars, to tell you the truth. What is it? Okay. Key. Electric. Whatever the fuck it is. Dun, dun, dun. I gave it a little bit of spread. Serum 2, this one is. Right. And I try to play with it. Even though now it has like a little bit of a which I don't like, but never mind. This one is Twin 3 from Fab Filter. Smooth. You compress it. ER Candy, you know, like synthesizers. The violence. So, someone might say, like, why didn't you put these right here? I don't know. Let's get into the intro, right? The classic intro, the Jamiroquai-esque. The Jamiroquai-esque intro where you put a bunch of synthesizers, risers, violins, orchestra thing, whatever, right? Wow. I wasn't waiting this. Wait. What do we have here? Oh, it's the cello. Now, don't be like, oh, he doesn't have any staff on the cello or like on whatever, like, because I had like staff on the beat making session, right? EQs, compressors, whatever. So now I'm in order for me to keep the session lighter, you know what I mean? In order for me to keep the session lighter, I I throw stuff on the beat making session than on the mixing session. You know what I mean? That's why it's a little bit lighter. And I think it has an EQ. Yeah. See? And you see how they go? Ah, that's what I was trying to tell you. You see? The volume. Pow, pow, pow. Down. Okay, so they have this. Now let's go to the acoustic guitar. Guitar. Everything has the same kind of. Oh yeah, right here on the horns, I had like a timeless 3 that goes left, right, whatever. Oh, right, left. I'm sorry. Ping pong delay. And the mixing was like 22%. So now we have right here. Okay. Now we have the electric guitar. Oh my god. It has reverb, as you can. EQ compressor. It is all wah, right? Wah wah, with my wah wah. And my wah wah has has a lot of noise. You know what I mean? That's why you can hear that. You can hear it, right? Yeah, that's right. What can you do? You gotta get the job done, though. So again. Nothing crazy. Someone might say, why you didn't put an amp right here? I don't know. Again, wah. Everything is wah on the electric guitar. And I just mix them together. But it is very background-ish. And I can even like push it down further. We also have the FXs, right? Simple stuff, nothing crazy. Equalizers. They go together with that rip, left to right. Fuck you. Haha. the classic fuck you. So, everything, the effects right here, the effects are simple reverb, delay, etc., etc. The beat also. It has saturation, multi-band saturation, and in the beginning, a lot of you might ask, like, what is happening there? Like, and listen, look at it. Goes in the riser, boom, and it plays, right? It opens up. Hey. One thing that I didn't do here, and I kind of regretted it, it is I didn't, what you call it, vocal line. I didn't vocal line, right? So the vocals, the doublers and all that in this song, they are like, they slightly go a little bit off, slightly. Right here, hey, hi, hi, worm tape, crazy Q kind of thing. And let me tell you something, right? A lot of people, they are like, oh, this emulation EQ from that, this EQ, the emulations of the EQs that you ladies and gentlemen are using, they are basically crazy EQ selves. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you are in the is this one? Okay, right. This simulation of the EQ P1, whatever the fuck it's called, Pultec, the Pultec, right? So let's say that the Pultec, when you do that, the high boost of the Pultec, it has like a crazy EQ kind of, right? And if you can see how the Pultec behaves as this style of equalizer, you will see like crazy EQ boosts and all that, and crazy shelves and whatever. That's why they give those certain flavors, right? That's why you have like to equalize with your ear and not what you see, because what you see, it might be like, oh, what kind of shelf is this? Oh, it's all about the ear, you know what I mean? And it takes time and training and effort. How, who, whatever. So, let's get into the verse. Cycles are unfolding, and I won't let myself enjoy life in the past tense anymore. It has that it's, and it is because I always try to get out of the darkness of this beautiful microphone. Like if you want to use this microphone right here, the SM7B, the Shure SM7B, you have like to get to be okay with the darkness that it gives you in the high end, right? And I'm not okay with it, so I always try to make it bright. Cycles are unfolding. That's why it's a little bit piercing on that clean tape. From the beginning till the end of the time. Versatile. Everything is versatile, right? And before that, I throw DS before I export them. I throw DS EQ compression, right? So they are already whatever they are. Also, like, cycles are unfolding, and I won't let myself enjoy life in the past tense anymore. It just gives them a little bit of space. Slap delay at 53 with a little bit of reverb. You kill my vibe, countless nights. You spoke evil about me, God's about to curse your destiny. Cycles are unfolding, and I won't let myself enjoy life in the past tense anymore. I've been sleeping throughout my whole life. I've been playing safe in my space. Frappe, wake up call. Come on, pick it up. Do we have ping pong right here? Hopefully things will go my way. 1/4 straight. I've been sleeping throughout my whole life. That's why you can hear it. Also the same reverb. It just changes the. It goes from a slap delay to a 1/4 of a delay. Let's play with the drums. I've been sleeping throughout my whole life. I've been playing safe in my space. The same thing, right? There is no like need like to show you like this right here and whatever. So the vocal effects, reverb, the too long, I didn't use this time. The 1/4, also the slap. All vocals, they go like to equalizer. Saturation, gentle, worm tape. Again, oh, these ones, they are like the spectral, right? I tried like to get out the harshness and whatever like it had. Smooth, criminal, a lot. I compressed it a lot. And then we have like the L2, the limiter, which is on the 1-on-1. So as it is up, it is also down, the ceiling, right? If I'm not mistaken, I don't know. It's on transparent, just for the peaks. So, this was it, ladies and gentlemen. As you see with the series, you kind of like see repetitiveness, etc., 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 and that's the beauty of it, because you have like to become fast and furious. So I'm going to play you the official audio. Sit back, relax, kick back, relax, and get no. And yeah, this was it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you kind of like got something out of it, right? So without any further ado, boom, peace and love, bye. Cycles are unfolding, and I won't let myself enjoy life in the past tense anymore. Self-sabotage doesn't work. Got to do like it should have always been done from the beginning till the end of the time. I feel like I don't. Fuck you. You killed my vibe countless nights. You spoke evil out of me. Got about to curse your destiny. I've been sleeping throughout my whole life. I've been playing safe in my space. Shame of this town, psycho chickens die. Fuck you. 9 times 10 generous whack down. Spiritual slaves obey their crown. Your lineage will be gone, and you let them burn in Satan's song. I've been sleeping throughout my whole life. I've been playing safe in my space. Come on, wake it up. I've been staying up till midnight. Hopefully things will go my way. Wake up. Hotline 090. Hotline 090. I've been sleeping throughout my whole life. I've been playing safe in my space. Wake up, go. Come on, pick it up. Παρακαλώ. I've been staying up. Hopefully things will go. I've been staying up. Thank you, God. I love you.